In the year 3045, humanity had spread far beyond Earth. The United Federation of Planets had made contact with countless alien species, each one unique, each one different. But there was one thing every species had in common: their belief that humans were weak and inferior. The Federation had even begun to assign Earth's citizens as laborers to more advanced civilizations. This was especially true on the distant planet Zareth, where humans were forced into servitude by a powerful race called the Vlar. The Vlar were a reptilian species known for their strength and cunning. They had conquered many planets, enslaving countless species in the process. When they first saw humans, they believed them to be easy prey. They didn't understand the fire and resilience that burned deep inside every human. They didn't realize the strength of the human will. One such human was named Max. He had been born on Earth, in a world where technology was just beginning to shape the future. He was a simple man, an engineer by trade, but he was thrown into a situation where he would need to rely on far more than just his knowledge of machines. Max had been captured by the Vlar during an intergalactic trade mission gone wrong. He was taken to Zareth, a dark planet covered with vast deserts and jagged mountains. The Vlar, confident in their dominance, thought they had him beat. They locked him in a cage, intending to use him as a laborer in the planet's harsh mines. But the Vlar were mistaken. Max wasn't like the others they had enslaved. He was different. It was the third day after Max arrived on Zareth. The Vlar guards had grown used to seeing him sitting in his cage, seemingly compliant. They didn't think much of it when he asked for tools to fix a broken piece of machinery in his cell. To them, he was nothing more than a human who would bend to their will. But they were wrong. Max had been planning. The Vlar's technology was advanced, but it wasn't perfect. Max had noticed small flaws in their security systems. He had been working on a way to escape since he arrived. Using the scraps of metal and parts he found in his cell, Max fashioned a small device that could disable the Vlar's security network temporarily. That night, when the guards came to check on him, Max acted. As the Vlar unlocked the cage to deliver his rations, he activated the device. The guards' movements froze. The security cameras blinked out of existence for a brief moment. It was just enough time for Max to strike. Max fought with the speed and skill of someone who had been pushed to the brink. He'd never had to fight before, but the survival instinct that lay dormant in all humans flared to life. He quickly overpowered the guards, using their own weapons against them. Once the guards were incapacitated, Max didn't waste any time. He grabbed one of their communication devices and used it to send out a distress signal, but not to the Federation. Max had a different plan in mind. He sent the message directly to the Vlar's homeworld, telling them that a human had escaped their grasp and was now free. The message was simple, but the effect was immediate. The Vlar weren't prepared for the sheer force of humanity's resolve. The Vlar believed their empire was invincible, but they had underestimated the human spirit. When they received Max's message, panic spread throughout their ranks. The news of the escape reached the Vlar Council, and they quickly scrambled to send out a fleet to find and recapture Max. But they were too late. Max had already used their technology against them. He was on a ship, heading back toward Earth. As the Vlar fleet scrambled to find him, they realized too late that their greatest mistake was not killing him when they had the chance. For Max wasn't just an ordinary human. He was the spark of something greater. The Federation had long held the belief that humans were weak, that they were nothing more than servants in a galaxy of superior beings. But Max's escape proved otherwise. The Federation's plans to control humanity were crumbling. As Max traveled back through the stars, he couldn't help but think about how easily the Vlar had underestimated him. They had thought they were the masters of the galaxy, but in truth, the human spirit was far more powerful than any weapon they possessed. When Max returned to Earth, he was hailed as a hero. His escape sparked a revolution that spread across the galaxy. Humans began to rise up, taking control of their fate and pushing back against the alien forces that had once enslaved them. The Vlar, who had once believed they could crush humanity with ease, found themselves facing an enemy they could never defeat, the unyielding will of the human race. And so, Max's story became a legend. It was told across the stars, from one human to another, as a reminder that no matter how hard they tried, no one could ever enslave a human. The galaxy would learn this lesson the hard way. The time for humanity to rise had come. The Vlar had tried enslaving a human, but they had failed. They would continue to fail as long as humanity remained free.